Are you a musician at all, to any degree or extent?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I
So that
wish.
so we'll scratch. No, perfect. Okay, you are able to learn and master one musical instrument, but you must give up one other skill that you possess completely, entirely. So if you really want to be a piccolo god, then you can be Ron Burgundy level flute player or whatever you want. But you have to sacrifice another skill, like as if you never even knew that it existed. You know what I mean? Which instrument would it be, and which skill would you sacrifice?
Okay. My first initial reaction to this question was I'm going to learn how to play guitar. It's pretty sexy and pick up chicks with that. Or
You don't even have to learn. You just boom.
it's
You're
just
just
I'm endowed with that information then.
you'll be John Mayer level, hella sexy. Bring me the ladies, Jack Black. You know what I'm
Okay.
talking
All
about.
right. So I would automatically be endowed
Guitar.
with that, but then I would that piece of skill would be taken away from me. So I
Yes.
want to think about. I was trying to think about a skill that just means nothing. Like, what is a skill that I have that just is utterly useless and can be I can completely live my life without it. Except I can't think of one. Like, what skills do I have that basically you know what? I think I figured it out. I figured it out. I have a skill that is obsolete now, and I
What's
and
that?
I don't need it anymore. Uh,
Give it to me.
I used to work at a movie theater, and I was the projectionist. And we used film back then, and now the movie theaters have gone digital, and so film doesn't exist.
Sure.
So I have a skill. I have two, and I have two. I have a three set actually, three sets of skills that I can give up all three of them because they're all one and the same. I know how to build a print of a movie because movies don't come in they come in reels. Like the reels are about
Yeah.
this big ish, and so you have to put all the reels together into one giant print, and it's gonna weigh 50 pounds for a film. A film that just is really massive, and so that's a skill in and of itself is building the print and being able to detect the chemical splices and taking them out of the movie and then also being able to thread the film into the projector manually, like going in there. That's a skill right there. And being able to, I did extensive maintenance training on how to change the oil and changing the lenses and cleaning the lenses and all this, basically taking apart the mechanics of it and making everything function and stuff. Those are skills that are they had to invest a lot of time and training into giving me that stuff so I can be one of the main or head projectionists that I was back then. But now, because everything is all digital, everything's on a server and things like that,
Hmm.
that there's no building prints. You just click and drag and drop, and there you go. It's a skill that is now completely, utterly obsolete, and I can go without it, and I can forget that I ever even had that skill, and then, boom, be a master guitar player. Hmm. Well, it's kind of it
Sure.
took me that one I pulled out of left field
Well,
really quickly, and I
when I
honestly
when
thought,
time finally comes, no,
go ahead. Oh no, it's not again. Not another technical skill. Not another technical issue. Please
no,
no.
I think it was an excellent answer. I mean,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
I can not. You still there?
Yeah,
We're okay.
I'm still here. I just wanted to finish out and say
Yeah.
that for a second there, I thought I was gonna have to give up my skill of playing video games because that was the only other thing I could think of at the time before the projectionist stuff came to me.
No, 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 no. No, for one, I mean, I had a long time opening a small story to film, you know, and when that time comes, and I need to, but for me, I play many instruments already. I think I'd want to learn. I don't want to be cheap and say like a family of instruments, but like the violin or something like that. Violin, viola, cello, and not all those things. However, typically, if you can play one, you can sort of get around the rest of them okay, like a pianist can kind of play a keyboard and an organ. It's kind of like that. But what would I give up? I want to say math because I hate it utterly. But you can't do music without math because you have to count,
by
you know,
eights.
and music theory is math based. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Shit, I should have thought through my own question. Uh,
I mean,
what?
let me ask you this: do you already know how to play piano?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah, yeah.
I can
I mean,
play. I can play the three little notes where it's like dun 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 dun. I can do that.
yeah.
I can do.
I'll,
I can play. You know the song, the Linkin Park song, "In the End." Do you happen to know
yeah,
Linkin Park, where it's like, in,
yeah,
it doesn't even matter. I
uh
tried
huh,
so hard. Okay,
uh-huh.
so at the very beginning and the very end ends with the piano melody,
Yep, yep.
and I know how to play that beginning part.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
it.
I
That's
I'll,
yeah.
I'll send you some videos. I've done a couple kind of funny things at the piano, like music spoofs and covers and stuff. And so I'll send one to you. You might
Like
enjoy it.
the 12 Days of
Uh,
Christmas,
that's
according to Kind of
exactly right.
Funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what one of them. Yeah,
Link
that
in the
was a lot of fun.
description below. There you go. I'll find it.
It's a little bit early for Christmas, and I'm working on a couple more things for Christmas this year. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was going to give up a skill. Oh gosh.
you
I'm,
don't. You don't. Okay.
l-
I don't.
l- l-
I'm
I-
gonna just. I'm gonna tell you
Go
this right
ahead.
here. You were saying about math is. I don't even think math is an obsolete skill that you. I think that's something you kind of need in your day-to-day life, not just in music,
Yeah,
but like
You're right.
you need to learn. You need to know how to math. I think you
That'd
need to know. Yeah.
be a good meme. Musings with Menchaca. You need to know how to math. That's right. Yeah, that's good. I guess. I mean, I want to say like a technical skill like that. Like I worked with my dad and my uncle own a construction company that my grandpa passed down to them, and so that's what I did most of my youth working on construction sites. And so I learned all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, on the job site, how to drive tractors and forklifts and the big trucks and all that, and how to remove heavy epoxy glue adhesive from the side of buildings and all of that. But so maybe if I just took all of that, wrapped it up into one, I would just give up all of this like random construction skill. No offense to my dad if he's watching. I'm really sorry that you had to hear that. But
It's not
and
a skill that
congratulations.
it's not a skill that you're using in your day-to-day life or that
I
you.
mean, like it's kind of nice to have it, like the memory of it, because I'm like, oh yeah, you could maybe do this, but I don't use it anymore at all, like your projectionist qualifications. And so, um, I guess I would choose that to play the violin like Thomas Jefferson, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean all that skill is completely utterly unnecessary now, and it's kind of crazy
Yeah.
because like even back then feeling okay, it's like you know how you whenever the technology continues to improve and it puts people out of work and assembly lines and factory workers that get laid off because you got a machine
Yeah.
doing your job for you. It's like one of those kind of feelings where you became obsolete when we were doing film, and we thought we were the shit back then. I'm not gonna lie, because it was like a privilege to be trained to do projection, and it was like
Yeah, that's
it was
awesome.
very
Yeah.
elitist. It was a very elitist mentality, and that went
Hmm.
by the wayside when we had to join the crew because when you were doing projectionists, you were away from the floor and you didn't have to deal with customers or anything like that, and you can just chill. And there
Oh
was a
yeah.
lot of downtime between movie start times and stuff like that. You don't have to clean theaters. You don't have to start popcorn. You don't have to sell tickets. You guys just kind of chill and then just go around, walk around when you have a downtime to talk to somebody and just socialize. And so that's part of the reason why, like when we went from digital, it kind of that went away so fast, and it wasn't
Sure.
cool. Yeah.
So do you mean that? I mean, obviously, so you mean that they pull films down from servers? They don't stream the movies, but
No.
like they just like drop box it into a hard drive at the theater, then they play it like that. Is that what you mean?
So the way it works is we get a delivery of a hard drive. Like those big rectangular shaped hard drives that like that go into computers, like those big 500 gig hard
Oh
drives.
yeah, I got one somewhere around here. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Yeah,
So it's like it has like one of those things where you are able to like push it in.
yeah. I got a little terabyte drive right here.
Okay,
Sure.
it's kind of
Yeah,
like that but bigger. It's slightly bigger. It's not slim or anything like that.
yeah.
And so at the end there's like this port, and so in our server, it's like a 10 terabyte server. You just pop the hard drive into the server, and then like it's like a spring action thing, and
Yeah.
so it pops in and it imports the media and the files from the server. I mean from the hard drive into the server.
Right.
Once you have that, then the hard drive is useless, and we keep the hard drive for show. And then the projection, all the projectors have an internal hard drive inside, and they're all connected to the server. So you then either you export the files from the server to the projectors, and every time a movie plays, it plays from the local media from the projector.
So theoretically, one person could run a 40 screen movie theater
Well, no,
for
it's
from
all
which.
it's automated because you only have to do it one day a week. It's on Thursday. So on Thursday, you get the schedule. You have to import everything. You have to build the movie, which is making a playlist, because you have to build a playlist of the trailers and the movie, and the playlist is easy. You drag and drop, and then once the and everything on all the trailers are on the server too as well. And after the playlist is done, you have to program the show times. You get the schedule for the whole week from Friday to Thursday. Here's the show times, and so and I think it's even automated too. Like it at first you had to manually do it. Now it's like
It comes on the drive or
now it's
whatever.
already pre-populated. Now they actually made it
Yeah.
even more efficient and had the show times pre-populated, and it's done. And so once the schedule is done, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to set foot into the projectionist room until the following Thursday because movies come out on Fridays. So yeah, that kind of got crazy. It was really weird because I almost inherited the booth as mine. Like I was the second in command for for the projectionist, and when as soon as that guy ahead of me was gonna leave, I was gonna be the one in charge. And like one of the perks for being in charge is you make your own schedule. You got to write it for week to week how you want it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. Well, uh, that is awesome for one. And I'm sad that you would have to give it up to become, a great guitarist. But you know, uh, you would go from being a projectionist in theaters to filling theaters with your unbelievable fusion space rock,
There you
or
go.
whatever it
Yeah.
is that you want to play.
I
So,
just
so anyway, that's in a very
I just want to be
roundabout,
able to.
backwards way.
I was gonna say I just want to be able to do an electric guitar thing where you just go so fast, like like I just want to do one of those like shredding moments, and that's all. I just
Oh
want a
yeah,
guitar solo.
oh yeah.
I want to do a guitar solo.
with with Guitar Hero and Rock Band Live or whatever they're called, you sure can, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my idea there for my podcast, my hypothetical question podcast. It would go exactly like it just did. So you have been the first successful test run
All right.
of
Yeah.
my non-existent, maybe in the future, but no guarantees because children are expensive, hypothetical question podcast. So
Yes.
so this has been a hypothetical
Yes.
hypothetical question podcast. Yeah, yeah.
Well, Eric, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I loved it. I loved every moment of it.
Oh,
Even on the
wonderful.
times when it wasn't working.
Well, even when we weren't speaking, it was marvelous. And please, everyone, I don't care if you follow me or like me or subscribe to me anywhere. It doesn't matter to me. That's not what I'm about. But you can find me on, Twitch and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Certainly as part of the Kind of Funny community. And please hit up the description for any and all information about Extra Life. Please join us. We still have a couple weeks to go until the big event, and you can still bring in donations through December 31st. And so, even if you want to do your live stream on December 31st, you can do that. So don't hesitate to reach out for questions to either of us, please.
Yes, of
Feel free.
course. And yes,
Awesome.
I'll definitely put everything in the description. And yes, I'll even put your Twitter in the description as well. I got
Cool.
this. So
All right.
But thank you very much for doing the podcast. I loved it, and
Oh,
thank you
wonderful.
very much, audience, for making us a part of your day.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm Luis Menchaca. I'm signing out. Bye.
Peace.